top of the day, good morning or afternoon, kind of late. We gotta go to the store. Last I left off, we had just finished doing the red guard on the floors. I did not install them. I didn't glue and screw them down because I just wasn't ready, and it was the end of the day, back was hurting. Anyways, besides the point. I ended up leaving the vlog and going to Home Depot. I told you that I had another idea for the shower floor as far as the steps. I found a rubber mat. Just to reiterate, we're not gonna do tile here. I'm gonna do like a rubber mat. When I went to home, I got the rubber mat. Also what I was looking for was some type of seal or dressing, like corner, that I could put on the corners and in the corners to make it all look nice. Home Depot didn't have anything like that. But I think I found something online that Lowe's carries. So we're gonna go check out Lowe's. I might also stop at one of the hardware stores here in this small town that I'm in before going to the bigger town, just to see if maybe they have it. We're gonna go do that. We're gonna get a coffee, and then we'll pick back up. So see you in a bit. Sorry if it's dark. This is a bad angle. Sorry. And just like that, it's a whole nother day. It's a new day. It's the day after next. From where we left off, I didn't do jack yesterday. So I think last I left off, which was maybe 2 seconds ago for you, but 24 hours for me, we were on our way to Home Depot, a whole nother town, to look for some items, specifically a tile cutter. Well, long story short, I spent hours upon hours in the town, didn't get a damn thing that I needed, but I did get a few things. So what did I get? I don't know. Let me see if I can figure this out. All right, this is what I got. Seal, pick and stick, pick and stick caulk. It'll go in the corners. If you see the image, the bathtub and the wall, that's what I'm gonna use it for on these steps here in the corners. And I can bend it either way. I can bend it inwards or outwards to where it's a V shape in or a V shape out. So yeah, that's gonna get used there. So this will be black, the steps, with the rubber mat that I have, but with this white trim, which will be fine since the tile will have a lot of white in it. So I don't mind that. Black would have been cooler. They don't have black, and I could paint it, but then with all the wear foot traffic coming in, the paint will chip and it'll just look tacky. I'm tacky enough. I don't need my van looking tacky. We got that. And what else did we get? I went to a flooring store to try to find tile. Went to 2 different flooring stores because Home Depot didn't have what I needed. Lowe's didn't have what I needed. Ace Hardware didn't have what I needed. So I went to an actual flooring store. First one didn't have what I needed and they couldn't really help me. The second one, which was in this town, they were a lot of help. We'll start with this bucket. I've got this huge bucket here that I will be using to glue down my life-proof wood floors. I didn't even ask for this, but when I was showing the owner my van, because he was very intrigued, he gave me this bucket. Now, there is a caveat. I gotta bring it back to him once I'm done using what I need. But essentially, yeah, he gave me this free glue stuff here to use on my floors. He also gave me this tube of Lexel. It's some type of sealant, waterproof sealant. He gave me some of this, so we didn't have to pay for that either. And he almost was trying to give me flooring, but it wasn't life-proof flooring. Like when I say give it to me, he wanted to literally give me the flooring, giving me the opportunity to return the floors I got from Home Depot back. But they weren't life-proof. They weren't the same thickness as the current floor I have, so I turned that down. But he also helped me somewhere else. So see here, the floor running behind the seats. Now I knew this was gonna be an issue from the get-go when I knew that this section of my floor was gonna be the shower. Water that was gonna run off onto the floor. I don't mind if it runs off onto the steps and outside, but running off towards my seats, the back of my seats, not cool. But he gave me some type of water barrier seal. I have to buy one more thing for it, but he gave me the seal at cost. I saved money. Well, technically I didn't. The woman who was ringing it up charged me full price, and he didn't notice it until after she charged me, which was fine. I told him, hey, there's no need to do any type of refund and resell. Just call that extra 20 bucks, you know, me using your product that I'm returning. I'm gonna be using some of your product. And he's like, well, I get this stuff for free. I was like, well, I don't care. I told him, since he was being nice to me, that when I get ready to do my doors here and here, because I'm gonna dress all this up, I'll come to him and buy my products from him, which he also helped me with, because I can't tile this like I would my floor because of all the times I'm gonna slam the door. The grout will break over time and things will fall. But he told me the process that I can go about doing and the things that I need to use and able to use tile on these doors and not worry about them falling off. And the materials I get from him, he's also gonna sell to me at cost. Cool on him. I gotta pull all this crap out of the van so I can get to work. I think we're just gonna be screwing and gluing the subfloor down today, so let's get after it. All right, guys, we're gonna get some caulking done. Let's get it done. Ready? I got dookie on my finger. All right, let's screw it down. All right, I just ran into my first problem on the first screw. It went all the way through the board. I gotta figure out how to solve this. I don't want to use washers to keep it from going down, because the whole point of not using washers is so I can sink the screw down into this subfloor so my floor will still be flush when I go to lay the tile. This is a problem. Give me a minute, I gotta figure this one out. All right, so the screws are too small. I've got 1/2-inch framing on the floor, 1/2-inch screws, and they're still too short. Now I know I've got to factor in the depth of my subfloor, but the subfloor's not that thick. I don't even think it's a 1/4 inch thick. It's very thin, very minute. Still too damn short. So I'm gonna go return these bastards and get 3/4 inch screws. But I still have one other issue. So I think I might have touched briefly back on this earlier in the video, or one of the other ones. This is probably a 2 or 3 part video for these damn subfloors. Sorry, this is probably part 3. This is probably towards the end. But I mentioned that the floor was not exactly level in a lot of the places, and the only parts of the floor that I was concerned with or worried about that I wanted to be flush was the center of the floor, where all the walking would be done. Because in the other areas where it's not leveled, it's gonna be covered up by benches, beds, water tanks, all that stuff. So you're not gonna see it, it's not gonna matter. I'm not walking there. I can level everything else out on top of that, but I got one spot that is an issue. Right here is the issue. Right there, it's flush, but you can see all of that gap. If I bring it down, it's no longer flush. So I'm gonna go get some wood shims and shim that in there. Also do some spray foam. Right here I'll put a block. That's about the only thing I gotta take care of to level it out. But yep. Oh joy. Oh, ooh, that's close. Yes, we get to go back to Home Depot. Another 20-minute drive to the other town, 20 minutes back. Let's see how long this trip takes me. All right, let's go. Okay, we're back from Home Depot. I got longer screws, 3/4 inch. I got some composite shims to put in the section of the step down here so I can level it out. I'm gonna use some more of this spray foam to fill in the gaps. And I also got some Gorilla Flex tape to put on the cracks, the seams, along all the floors, and probably also along the walls. You know, every little bit helps. So now let's get to screwing. Yeah. Much better. All right. Let's knock the rest of this out real quick. Ready, set, go. Finally got the first 2/3 of the subfloor done. glued and screwed. So still have to do this last bit. Before I glue and screw it down, I need to cut out around the battery box. So let's do that now. Okay, another day, and we're still on the subfloors. You know what? I don't know if we're ever gonna get them done. The channel just might be about these damn subfloors from here on out. Anyways, we're heading to Uncle Bill's, and I'm gonna try to finish up the subfloor there. If I can knock it out fairly quickly, then I'll start installing the actual floors. But that will be another video. See you in a second. We're in Houston now, and once again, I have to unload everything out of the van. I've got some of it. Pull all these boards out, and I'm gonna start working on this back subfloor. And while I'm doing that, my uncle is gonna start running wire along the walls. I need to find out where all my outlets are gonna go in the van, and then he'll just have wire set in place and run it towards the rear of the van. So when we start throwing in all the electrical stuff that'll be housed in this battery box and along the walls inside the benches, the wires will already be in place when I go to put the walls up, and I can feed the wires through the wall, obviously. Depending on how quickly I can get this subfloor done, this last piece, I'm gonna go ahead and prepping and trying to do the actual floor. But I thought the subfloor would get done in a day, and here it is, weeks later, so we'll see. All right, let's do this. Got the final subfloor section screwed and glued. Got it weighed down in certain areas to let that glue sit in here and keep it flush. In the meantime, I'm taking some leftover kill mat that I've had that I accidentally forgot to put on the driver's side wall and using it to line the battery box to kind of help with that before I put foam board down inside there, which that'll also get boarded up. Then I'm gonna go back to the side steps and get those in place. I'm doing that, and Uncle Bill is messing with the wiring. The wind is blowing hard, it is getting cold. We are complaining a lot. My energy drink tastes like Budweiser, horse piss. So yes, all in good fun. Let's get back to it. All right, these are the floors. Subfloor is done. Last night we put in this last piece of framing for the box here. Got these braces in to hold it in place. But yeah, it's done. Once we go to my cousin's to work on the walls and the ceiling, I'll also work on the lid and the rest of this flooring for the floor in the box. But now it's floor time. So let's get to it. Oh man, good morning. Oh, I think I got some bedhead going on. All right, folks, this is gonna be the end of the vlog. Finally, subfloors are done. Finished them last night. Had to do a few things to glue them down and let it sit overnight. But they're done. So yes, subfloors are done. This video is done. I wish I was done. But now we're gonna be starting on the actual floors. You'll see that next week. So before we head out, oh man, never mind. I need a longer lens. We were gonna say goodbye to the cows. Till next week, peace.